Sometimes you have to just, I guess, admit a mistake. Christian Hackenberg traded to the Raiders for a conditional 2019 7th-round pick. A conditional, now I don't know if it's conditional and he makes the roster or what the condition is. A conditional 2019 7th-round pick. So they say goodbye. And, hey, listen, all will be forgotten if if the quarterback who was taken number 3 in the draft turns out to be what everyone expects him to be. The quarterback who was taken on the 2nd round, and I don't know what pick Hackenberg was. He was probably, high 30s or 40? I'm not even sure what exact number he was. I think he was high 30s, but maybe he was a little more than that. I can't remember. No, it had to be. It could have been much more than that, right? Was he 50? All right, 50. So, still, 2nd-round pick, 50 pick. So, hey, didn't work out. It happens. And it happens. Chris in Jersey City, what's up, Chris?
Yeah, Mike, it's first-time caller.
Yeah, what's happening?
About the Celtics. They're going back home. You think they take it in the next 2 games, or does LeBron have one last run in him and make another championship?
I think the series is going 7. I know some people say, listen, they're not going to win Game 7 on the road. They could win Game 7 on the road. They're not likely to win either game in Boston. Boston hasn't lost a playoff game at home yet this year. I think Boston will win Game 5. I thought the first 4 games went exactly how I thought they would. I thought the home team would win all 4 games. I think the first 6 games are going to the home team. 7th game, we'll see. We'll see which way it goes. I don't think Cleveland's going to break through in the Game 5. I don't think Boston will have a chance in Game 6. I think it'll be one-sided. And then they'll go back and play Game 7. And we'll see if they can win. I actually told you, I think the series is going 7, and I hope LeBron loses. Because I don't want to see him play Golden State in the finals and lose in 4 or 5 games with those guys toying with Cleveland, because that's what it's going to be. That's not a competitive series. Here's what you do. Take Thompson and put him on Cleveland, and we can talk. Then we'll have a series. Mark in Astoria. What's up, Mark?
Hey, Mike. How you doing?
Good. What's happening?
Good, man. I don't get nostalgic too often, but a Bobby Valentine interview on the 20th anniversary of Mike Piazza coming to the Mets will certainly do it,
That
man.
was Monza's idea, so give him credit.
That was a great idea. It really
both
was.
his ideas. First of all,
It
he
really
reminded
was.
me it was 20 years, and secondly, he
Right.
thought of Bobby V. So those are all Monza's ideas.
What it brought me back to, man, that was just such an amazing time on the radio. Like the lead up to that, it was just such a frenzy with you and Chris talking about it on a daily basis, really giving the fans a platform to call up and actually make a difference to an organization's thought process, because it didn't seem like they had that mindset to do it, but yet they did it. And it was just, I could remember calling you and other people calling, and just, it was a little bit torn because everybody loved Todd Hundley, but it just turned out to be
It was
one of the
very
biggest
hard
days.
It was very hard on Bobby
Right.
V and Hundley.
Absolutely.
Hundley was incredibly popular. The amazing thing was Hundley, who hit home runs, could not catch a cold in the outfield, if you remember.
Yeah, I remember that. He played left field terribly, balls going over his head. It was crazy.
And, some guys can't play the outfield. They just can't. Reyes went in the outfield last year for 1 game. He looked like he was on roller skates. He couldn't play out there. Some guys just can't do it. They turned to Greg Lazinski. This is from Albert Breer. I don't usually read these kind of NFL things, but I will here because of what the topic is. On today, Tuesday, the NFL owners put 3 hours aside for a privileged session to speak amongst themselves and family members about the most sensitive of topics. One was how the league will handle players kneeling during the national anthem going forward. An idea being floated goes like this. It would be up to the home team on whether both teams come out of the locker room for the anthem, and should both teams come out, 15-yard penalties would be assessed for kneeling. That is an awful idea. To throw this into the game, to throw this issue into a game situation now by bringing game officials into it is cowardly to begin with, and shows that you guys have not figured out one iota how to handle this situation. So let me get this straight. Here's what we came up with in terms of leadership. Nothing. will let you decide whether you, home team will decide whether you come out at all. Well, what if the home team doesn't want to come out and the road team wants to come out? You think they're not going to come out because the home team doesn't want to come out? And now you're going to start throwing flags? I mean, come on. Now you're going to turn it into a game situation? So the whole team sits, and what happens? You throw 42 flags on the field. Boy, I'll tell you something. That's what the NFL came up with in all this time? So they leaked this idea to see what our reaction would be. Well, here's my reaction. Do a better job. You're telling me what you came up with was this? It would be up to the home team on whether both teams come out of the locker room. So now you're making the home team police here's how the NFL's punting it. We're making the home team police the road team, and then we're making the officials police the other team. So if a team comes out, then it's in the officials' hands. I'm sure the officials really want to be involved in this. So now we're turning it in. Here it is, folks. Now if you kneel, you're hurting your team's chance to win the game. Maybe that'll stop you from kneeling. The NFL just does not understand how to rectify this situation. Get to the bottom of it. In all this time, they've accomplished nothing. They're still running scared. League is currently being sued by Kaepernick and Reed, saying that they were colluded against. The league addressed the anthem issue at its meetings in October and March, with plans further to discuss it at this meeting. We see how well that went. And the league agreed to along with the players, to a 7-year, $89 million social justice partnership. What is that? No one has any idea. They threw money at the problem now. Here we go. Let's throw some money at it. Here we go. We have no idea what to do. Here's what we'll do. We'll throw some money at it. That always works. So now they'll have a meeting about the partnership. What is the partnership? We don't know, but it's got $89 million in it. What the NFL? We can fund anything. Now we got $89 million in it. What's it for? No one knows. So the NFL looks like they're headed into 2018 the same way they left 17. Clueless. Back after this.